In the world of elite tennis, matches are rarely won on talent alone. Titles are captured through grit, resilience, timing, and above all, composure under crushing pressure. Jannik Sinner's breakthrough at the 2025 Wimbledon Championships was the culmination of all of that, and more. A redhead by genetics, yes, but more memorably a cool head by discipline and design. Sinner's maiden Grand Slam title, earned on the hallowed grass of center court, was not just a milestone in his personal career or for Italian tennis. It was a masterclass in how to recover from heartbreak and evolve into a champion. Just 5 weeks prior, Sinner endured what could have been a career-defining collapse. Standing within touching distance of his first major at Roland Garros, the 22-year-old Italian let slip 3 championship points in a 5-set epic against the same opponent he would eventually face at Wimbledon, Carlos Alcaraz. The memory of that Parisian defeat lingered like smoke, difficult to forget. For many, such a loss would haunt the subconscious and infect future performances. For Sinner, it became a catalyst. The journey from Paris to London is only a train ride away, but mentally, Sinner traversed a far more complex route. What happened on center court in the Wimbledon final was not just a tactical and physical triumph, it was a psychological breakthrough. The emotional maturity Sinner showed was extraordinary for someone his age. He didn't just beat Carlos Alcaraz, a player who had won their last 5 encounters and looked set to dominate their rivalry. He did so after dropping the opening set with the poise of a man who had already made peace with pressure. This tournament there were visible signs of concern surrounding Sinner's elbow, which was consistently wrapped in a white compression sleeve. The physical uncertainty added to the intrigue. Was the Italian operating at full capacity? Could he withstand another physical and mental war against the most dynamic player in the game? The answer, emphatically, was yes. In fact, Sinner's endurance, mentally and physically, became one of the defining features of his Wimbledon campaign. His physical and tactical development on grass was evident. Every year I felt better and better on grass, Sinner said. I started to move better every match I played. At first I would have said no chance, but now here I am. It's the most special thing you can have, Sinner said afterward, smiling with a quiet, reflective pride that carried more weight than any dramatic outburst. This is the part that I'm the proudest of because it really has not been easy. I always tried to be honest with myself. I had the self-talk, what if? What if? I always tried to accept it in a way. Sinner's acceptance of the Roland Garros pain was crucial. He didn't bury it, he examined it, absorbed it, and transformed it into fuel. It's much better like this, he explained, than someone kills you that you make 2 games. In other words, he'd rather lose a Grand Slam final in 5 sets while pushing his opponent to the brink than crumble without a fight. That philosophy speaks volumes about the competitor he's become. Credit must also go to his coaching team, who guided him through the emotional maze that followed the Paris defeat. Cahill, a member of the team and a respected veteran in the coaching world, admitted that he himself wouldn't have handled such a loss as well. I wouldn't have coped with that, he said candidly, but Sinner did, and in remarkable fashion. Cahill revealed that the team made a deliberate choice not to dwell on the loss. We never brought it up again after the next day, he said. Instead, they redirected their focus entirely toward Wimbledon. From the moment they arrived at Aorangi Park, it was clear that Sinner was locked in. Sinner himself emphasized the process. There's only one way to get better: daily effort, he said. It wasn't just about forgetting Paris. It was about building something new from the rubble of heartbreak. After the French Open, I didn't want to put myself down, he added. Coming here and winning Wimbledon has been amazing, and the intensity and quality of his practices were unprecedented. We'd never had a better practice week, Cahill said, praising Sinner's laser-sharp attitude and elite ball striking in the lead-up to the tournament. More importantly, Cahill emphasized that Sinner showed no signs of emotional baggage. While it's easy for a coach or analyst to say, put it behind you, it's something else entirely for the player to actually do it. Sinner compartmentalized with surgical precision. That's 100% credit to him, said Cahill. Indeed, the turnaround was poetic. In Paris, Alcaraz had raised his level when it mattered most. At Wimbledon, it was Sinner who seized the moment, a reversal that underlined not just the evolution of the rivalry, but Sinner's personal growth. The rivalry is real, Cahill noted, highlighting the fact that Sinner watches more footage of Alcaraz than of any other player. That attention to detail paid off. In the final, Sinner was more aggressive on return, played with better depth, and applied constant pressure, especially on the second serve. He played with clarity in the biggest moments, converting key break points and holding serve with authority. Alcaraz, by contrast, seemed slightly tight, almost burdened by the weight of past dominance. Sinner's desire to break the streak was evident. He needed that win, Cahill said bluntly, and he knew it. Sinner didn't downplay the significance either. It is important to beat Carlos, he said post-match. I felt close in past matches: Beijing, Rome, Paris. Though victorious this time, Sinner offered a note of humility. Carlos still did a couple of things better today. He'll come for us again. Their rivalry, though intense, is built on mutual admiration. It's important to have someone like Carlos. He motivates me to improve. The run to the title wasn't entirely smooth. In the 4th round, Sinner benefited from Grigor Dimitrov's unfortunate retirement after leading by 2 sets to none. The Bulgarian injured his pectoral muscle mid-match, giving Sinner a lifeline. He caught a break, no question about it, Cahill admitted, but from that point onward, Sinner's level soared. He dispatched Ben Shelton, Novak Djokovic, and Alcaraz, winning 9 of the final 10 sets he played. The level of tennis he displayed was not only championship-worthy, it was defining. Against Djokovic in particular, Sinner showed the type of fearless tennis that has historically rattled even the most experienced legends. He controlled the tempo, stepped inside the baseline at every opportunity, and never allowed the Serbian great to settle. In doing so, Sinner positioned himself as more than a one-slam wonder. He looked like a future multiple slam champion. While yes, Djokovic was obviously struggling with a lingering injury, Djokovic himself gave praise to the Italian and acknowledged his excellence. He also made the point that he and everyone else is now aware that the tennis today is played on the highest level by Sinner and Alcaraz, and that is a simple fact. What's striking about Sinner, but about Alcaraz too, is how friendly and how respectful they are to each other. Sinner congratulated Alcaraz on a great year at the post-match interview, and Alcaraz returned the compliments, adding that he hopes their rivalry and friendship continues for the years to come. Furthermore, Sinner's comportment throughout the tournament, and especially after his final win, was another measure of how far he has come. Inside the clubhouse, he shared a longer exchange with the Princess of Wales, later recalling how he nervously asked Prince George and Princess Charlotte if they played tennis. The moment was light, human, and endearing. A small window into a young man suddenly thrust into royal company after a lifetime of chasing a dream. Outside the locker room, he received warm hugs from members of Alcaraz's team. It was a powerful moment, the respect among rivals extending not just between the players, but across their entourages. Sinner had spoken openly about his off-court friendship with Alcaraz, and the post-match scenes confirmed that mutual admiration. In an era where on-court ferocity can often sour off-court relationships, this was a refreshing reminder that true sportsmanship still exists. One interesting moment happened amid all the focus and fire of the Wimbledon final, when there was one moment that offered comic relief and revealed yet another side of Sinner's composure. Early in the 2nd set, just as he prepared to serve at 3-1, the iconic silence of center court was punctured by the unmistakable pop of a champagne cork. The bottle had been opened a few seats away, and the cork landed just feet from Sinner, momentarily halting play. While Alcaraz gestured to pause, Sinner calmly turned, smiled, and ushered the cork aside as a ball girl collected it. Rather than expressing frustration, Sinner addressed the incident with dry humor during his on-court interview. "Only here at Wimbledon, but that's exactly why we love playing here," he joked before adding with a smirk, "It's a very expensive tournament, you know." Even in a Grand Slam final, under the weight of all of the eyes watching and all of the expectations on him, he joked about it in the most Gen Z fashion. Jannik Sinner is now not just the first Italian man to win Wimbledon, he is the first Italian to plant a flag in the sport's most storied venue while carrying the weight of national expectations and personal disappointment on his shoulders. His journey from the brink of glory in Paris to the throne of Wimbledon is a lesson in resilience, humility, and elite athleticism. At just 23, Sinner is already looking ahead. "I don't think I'm at my best yet," he said. "Hopefully I can keep improving. Players are coming for us. We have to be prepared." This wasn't merely a tennis victory, it was a statement. Jannik Sinner is here to stay, and his rivalry with Carlos Alcaraz might just be the sport's next great saga. Their matches are no longer just contests of skill, they are battles of will, character, and belief. And if this Wimbledon final is anything to go by, tennis fans are in for a golden age.